This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we are going to take a look at the Tasmanian Tiger Modular Hip Bag 2. This fanny pack I bought in April of 2024 on Amazon for €43.90 from the seller Techwerk. It's a tactical gear seller on Amazon. They also have their own online shop, but I chose to buy this through Amazon from them. So far, so good. This has been a pretty decent item, although it did have a defect after not even 1 year of use, or barely use, which wasn't all too great, but the seller took care of that. But I'll get to that in just a minute. Today we are taking a look at this as the, well, loaded out version that I wear when I'm out and about on my evening walks or in the city. And I want to give you an impression of what you can put into this thing, because there aren't too many videos out there about this particular pouch, and I think that this should change. So I want to make a video myself about this particular one, because this, for a couple of reasons, is possibly the perfect fanny pack or hip bag or modular tactical pouch for me, because it does have some like tactical features without looking too cheesy, too obnoxious, which is something I really do appreciate. Now, we start on the outside, of course. We've got the pouch itself, we've got this sort of flap here, then we've got what seems to be the main compartment, then we have the strap on the back that can be detached from the pouch. It's quite a long strap. When I wear this without a thick jacket on, I have to cinch it closed so that it's like almost at this position, and there's a lot of like excess stuff flapping about, but it's good that you have the option to also wear this over thick jackets, and also when you have a bit more volume that you like to carry around physiologically, then this is also an easy fit for almost all sizes. Here we have one of the features that I was super interested in before buying this, and it's still a decent feature. It's this security buckle. So usually with these buckles, these quick release buckles, some of these fanny packs have them like on the exact opposite side of the bag. So when you have this around your hip, then if somebody wants to take it, they just, open the thing behind your back. You don't even see that somebody's trying to steal your thing, and boom, it's gone. And before you notice, they have left in the crowd already. But this thing here sits very close to the actual pack, and it also does have a safety feature. So if you press this like this, you cannot really open it, right? I pull this, I press this, I pull it, it doesn't really come apart. So in order to open this buckle, you have to lift this centerpiece and also push these little prongs in, and then you can open this thing. Without this additional action, this is going to stay closed, which is something that is very nice. You still have the option of a quick release buckle, but not everybody, well, at least not everybody who is, I guess, a regular thief knows about this. So it might be a bit more safe in terms of theft protection. This is, however, also the reason why I had to contact the seller, because this thing broke. I bought it, as I said, in April of 2024. Now it's 2025, and in January of 2025 this actually snapped. I was coming home after a cold day out about, well, a cold evening I should say, and in the hallway I wanted to just quickly open the buckle. I lifted this, pressed these things together, and it opened, but this, I think it was the right side, maybe it was the left side, one of these prongs just like detached from the rest of this particular piece. So that wasn't great. It still stayed sort of shut if you sort of wiggle it in, but it wasn't secure anymore. So I was very unhappy about this. Up until that point I didn't really use it all too much, which made nothing about this any better. So I contacted the seller, and I didn't need to like discuss anything. I just sent them the pictures right away, and they sent off a new buckle, complete new buckle. So yeah, this bottom bit usually never breaks on these things, right? It's always the the thing that you push in somewhere. So this is a new one now, and now it works, but I have since stopped using this on a very regular basis, so I usually just lift this over my head, and yeah, that's it for me right now. You could also, I guess, open up this thing, take it out completely, and just hook or loop this stuff directly into this like permanently attached piece of the fanny pack, so that you don't have to worry about this ever breaking. But for the moment, I'm keeping it as is. Yeah, and that's already our way around the pack. So I think now it's time to jump into the pouches. Let's start from the back. We have got, of course, the beautiful, cute little Tasmanian tiger, and then we have more Tasmanian tiger. We've got these laser cut molly attachment points. I usually like this sort of molly system, also this classic one, but it does look a bit, you know, sometimes not very tactical, but maybe a bit tacky when you're out and about. It gives off a certain vibe that is not necessarily appropriate for all situations. So this right here is a lot more subtle. It doesn't scream, I'm a special forces unit, well, wannabe usually, so it's a lot nicer for everyday use. This back pocket is a really nice pocket for me to keep my wallet in, and that's what I keep in there, and that's it, just my wallet fixed with duct tape. Yeah, and that's it. You can put other stuff in here too, I guess. Also a decently sized passport, so regular passport as well. I usually keep the wallet in here because even when it's closed, I can still feel that the wallet is in here by just pressing on it here. I do really like that particular feature of this thing. Now, let's get to the main big compartment here. Let's open this up. This is the main compartment. We've got these loops here. Then I put this little string here to hook my keys into on the carabiner. And here we have the main compartment. So what I have in here on a regular basis, we've got the wallet in the slash pocket next to the body. And in the center compartment, I usually have my little EDC pouch that I put into this thing, or the backpacks that I use at any given point in time, just like phone charger, cable, lighter, Swiss Army knife, battery, mask, band-aids, regular stuff like SD card reader, micro SD card reader, well, adapter, micro SD to SD. Yeah, regular stuff that I use more or less on a almost daily basis. So I like to have that stuff completely in one package and always with me, and it's very practical indeed. If you need to go for a quick top-up at a cafe or something when you're out with public transport and you want to charge your phone, then you don't have to ask anybody or use any like sketchy cables or USB outlets. You just use your own thing, right? That's making things a bit more safe. Here I have regular just hand sanitizer gel. Then we have hand sanitizer towels, little tissue towels, and regular paper tissues. And you can fit into this thing a lot of stuff. I don't have the half-liter bottle that I thought about putting in here for demonstration purposes, but this is quite large. You can put a 0.5-liter bottle in here with all of the stuff that I have in here, because this sort of bulges out quite well. I am super surprised about the stuff, the volume that this can house on the inside. It's fantastic. I absolutely love that about it. Especially when people like me who don't have a car, when you're out and about and just want to go shopping real quick, and there are a few items too many for the bag or the backpack or whatever, then you can also put some stuff in here. And also on the motorcycle it's nice because you can actually put a half-liter water bottle with all of the stuff in, and I don't have to carry a backpack if I'm on a regular like swift ride in the countryside, which I not do too often, especially now because it's winter. Okay, that's it. Something that I have to say, modification-wise, that I did was I had to cut this here. You can see right here, this is now round at these edges. It used to be not very round. Here it's not very round. It used to be like this 90-degree angle. And the problem with that was that if you load it up with stuff, then it does have this like mesh here with maybe this like rubber coating or like artificial rubber coating, and it sort of wants to pierce through this thing because it's, well, this sort of Velcro panel It's got a pretty sharp edge, and it would like to work its way through this thing here. So I rounded out these corners, and now this isn't an issue anymore. On the bottom I didn't really have the issue with that because the pressure, the angle is different from stuff pushing onto it. But here up top, this is something I would recommend. If you get this, just like cut this round, like with a nail scissors, yeah, Nagelschere, yeah, the one that you used for cutting the fingernails. Or maybe a nail clipper would work fine as well. Yeah, this is something that I would highly recommend doing. Apart from that, not really too much to talk about. We've got two zippers, so you can zip it up to the left and to the right. Something that I didn't like when I first got this was, and I thought that it is going to break at some point, it was that the zipper has got these positions where it sort of gets stuck a little, and you have to push it or pull it over these, you know, positions along the zipper line. We've got this thing here, and then also this thing here where this front flap sort of attaches, where it's a bit thicker. It turns out that this isn't really anything to worry about, and that I was too paranoid about that. So far everything zipper-wise is fine. And these are these YKK zippers as well, so in theory they shouldn't break anytime soon. Okay, that also brings us to the final pocket, well, the 1+1 pocket that we have here, the front pocket, which is, I guess, the most important, like, tactical feature of this thing. And this is one of the reasons why I actually got it, because it does actually offer some functionality that most other things don't, well, fanny packs, and it doesn't really look like something crazy. And that's this front pouch here. I put some Velcro pad thingies that you can like tape to stuff. They've got this adhesive side here on here to make this easier to open up, because when there's a dangerous scenario and I need some defensive seasoning, then I can hopefully quickly grab this, my defensive seasoning. Yes, and there is another pouch in here, little zipper pouch. You can also put stuff here. I don't really have anything in here at the moment though. Just keep in mind that whatever you put in here sort of eats into the space from the center compartment. This compartment here in the front, where I have my seasoning, that sort of goes out a bit, so that's nice. And that's already it. Yeah, especially this front pouch. That is something that is quite fantastic about this, because you can just open this up with the Velcro and take out something that you want to have quick access to. And in the end, that was one of the big reasons for me to get this one over something else. Overall, I have to say that I'm quite happy with this pouch overall. I don't have any plans on replacing this. This fits all of my needs. It suits almost every situation. It is a bit on the larger side, so if you really load it up, it looks a bit big. I mean, it also looks a bit big in general, I suppose, but I love it. I love it. It's got so much space. It's quite practical. You put it around the waist. You can wear it as a shoulder bag, like as a side sling bag, sort of. And you can also attach stuff to it if you want that. And especially because of this front compartment here, this is something that I really do enjoy using. And I hope that this is going to be a trusty companion for the, well, foreseeable and non-foreseeable future. And I think this is also where I'm going to end this particular video. Yeah, a very spacious tactical fanny pack. And if you have any more questions about it, please leave them in the comment section below. Let me know if you have this, if you've got stuff to tell me about this, modifications maybe that you could recommend, maybe like buckle wise, if there's something that you want to tell people or me about this. Overall, yeah, quality wise it's okay. This was the only thing that broke so far, I should say. Let's not jinx it too much. And this is it for this particular video. So now finally I'm coming to an end. If you have got a question or a video suggestion, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.